Well, after 8 incredible runway shows, Denver Fashion Week sadly officially over, but one local brand showed their newest collection at DFW for the first time. Be a Good Person is all about fashion that uplifts and spreads positivity. Here to talk more about the show and the brand, we welcome the CEO, Drick Bernstein. Drick, thank you for being with me this morning.
Of course, thank you for having me, Eric.
So excited to have you. I want to start with anyone who's not familiar with Be a Good Person. They should be by now. Y'all are huge, but anyone not familiar behind the brand or the concept, just kind of run through what you're all about.
Of course, yeah. So Be a Good Person, we're a brand that's really just about positivity and just making the simple commitment to just being a good person, and not only to ourselves as individuals, but also to the people who surround us, whether that's family or your neighbor or the random person you stumble upon, upon
I got you.
upon walking down the street. We basically started out as a sticker where we were just trying to promote positivity.
Wow.
And then later evolved into t-shirts, and now we're doing all kinds of things. We're just at Denver Fashion Week showing off our spring collection and just continuing to do really cool things.
That's fantastic.
Creating fashion for absolutely everybody. You know, that's really what we're pushing to do now. We kind of started out being more focused on streetwear, and now we're kind of in a place where we're trying to create something for everybody, whether it's an accessory, a hat, a golf polo, whatever it is.
No, and we saw that on the runway. We have pictures up from the show. I was at this. You did show at the streetwear show, of course, which is fitting. It was so much fun. All your models were fun. They were like working it, and it was just the energy around it was so awesome. So talk about what it means, you guys as a local Denver brand, to show a collection at DFW.
I mean, it was really cool. I think it was really cool for our team and the people who were, Trevor, who's our designer, Hannah also, who's a part of our team. She handles a lot of our fulfillment. They kind of did all the staging with the outfits and everything, which is super cool. I leave that to them because I don't get as dressed as well as they do.
You're stylish too, don't play.
I do what I can. But again, it was just cool to be able to be a part of something like that, to show off something new that hadn't been even seen by anybody who's even close to the brand. So again, that was kind of our shop the runway vibe that we kind of brought, and now we obviously relaunched that on Saturday. And
awesome. Okay, so now we can buy all these cool things. And I also love that you had, you know, a little bit of everything out there on the runway. You do menswear, women's wear, like you said, you got hats now, you got all the things, which is so much fun. New collab with Lululemon. That swag is cool. We've got pictures of that. Talk about how that came about, because that's big, Drick.
Yeah, I mean, so a lot of that came about through just a relationship. They are big on community, big on some of the same moral compasses that we're kind of focusing on. So again, it was kind of just something that was spearheaded, and we've kind of carried and continued to do it a couple times over the last couple of years. So it's been really cool working with one of my favorite companies, because I love wearing Lululemon.
Who doesn't love Lulu?
Exactly. I mean, and I always wear a Lulu outside to Be a Good Person, but again, it's something that some of our founders kind of had created a relationship with some of the Lululemon people, and then we just continue to build upon it. And it's always cool because I think we have 2 or 3 more collections that will drop this year with Lululemon, but we just dropped one about a month and a half ago.
I think it speaks to your growth too of the company, which we're going to talk about in a moment as well. Sadly, the seasons are over for the Avs and the Nuggets, but you have some cool gear for fans as well. So we have pictures of that that we're going to pop up. But how did that come about? That's super fun.
It came about through a cool connection and relationship, obviously being from Denver, and the founders also being Denver natives. It was really unique to be able to kind of do something with the home teams, you know, especially as they go into the playoffs.
Absolutely.
Obviously, unfortunately, neither one of them are still in the playoffs, but we love our Avs and our Nuggets.
It was close, man. But people will still rep the gear, so it's out there, and you can Be a Good Person with the Avs and the Nuggets. So you guys are celebrating 10 years as a brand, which is so exciting. What has it meant to you to watch the growth of the company and really just the positive impact across Denver and beyond, nationwide, really?
Yeah, I mean, it's been unique being able to just not only see how it's changed Colorado, how it just continues to pop up everywhere we go, you know, walking into a coffee shop, going all kinds of places, and then evolving into being in the airport in a different state or country, and you see somebody wearing Be a Good Person. It's just so unique, but again, it's just like speaking to the most basic concept of just being good to ourselves as well as being good to the people who surround us. So it's been amazing, and I mean, 10 years is such a cool accolade, a whole decade of being around as a clothing company, which is very big as a small business as well, but it's super cool. I just think it's unique to be able to just connect with people and also push positivity and just remind ourselves of that simple concept of being a good person.
Absolutely. Drake, thank you so much for joining me this morning. I so appreciate you.
Of course. Thank you for having me, Erica.
Absolutely. And I do want to mention we've got some info on the screen for you. Be a Good Person has a couple retail locations. I just learned that this morning. Rhino and Park Meadows. You can find all of that information and all of their merch on their website as well. Beagoodperson.com. Again, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me,
Of
Erica.
course.